Yo, what's up you guys? It's Josh here. Welcome back to another vlog. Now if you click this video, there's a very good chance that you don't like where you're at in life right now. There's a very good chance that you're being walked all over by other people. You're not being seen. You're not being treated the way you want to be treated. You're not really doing well with your social circle, with women, with networking opportunities. Everything is just a mess. You don't know where to start. You don't know how to go about it because you just feel like you're invisible. Like nobody even knows you exist. And if I hit on any of those points is because I have been there myself. I have been there before. It all started in my elementary and middle school days until I really started to change things up in my high school days. All of the lessons that I've learned that I'm about to share has translated so well into the way my life is currently set up today. Now, I'm not saying I have life figured out and I'm not saying that I'm successful, but I have a way better social circle and just lifestyle because of these things. And it all comes down to people taking you seriously and respecting you. That is the strongest skill that you could learn into improving your quality of life. Who you spend your time with, where you go, who you learn from. All of these things come down to if people can respect you. Okay? So there's a couple things that I want to go over in this video for you to start off with. Now, if you don't know where to start, I would say the baseline is just taking care of your appearance. Because unfortunately, we live in a world where people judge the book by its cover. Even though it's not what we want, that's just the nature of the world. So you have to take care of your appearance. Okay? So kind of realize where you're at right now. Look at yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I can improve on? Is it my haircut? Is it my grooming? Is it my clothing? Is it everything? But appearance is very important because it's the first thing that people will see before you even have the ability to speak. So first impressions matter. You're never going to get a second chance trying to make a first impression. So, and this translates with work, with women, with just going out and meeting new people. You will get judged by the way you look. Before you even say anything, that is the first thing that people will make an opinion about, is your appearance. Are you presentable? Are you put together? If not, this is the first thing that we have to change, because if you don't take care of your appearance, nothing else matters. No matter what you say, no matter how articulate you are, no matter what you have to offer, if people don't even want to take the time to speak with you or get to know you, everything else is pointless. I know it sounds really shallow, but you really do have to take care of your appearance. This is what will make people notice you, at least at first glance. And what I noticed with my life is that when I started to change my appearance, people started to compliment me more. People started to treat me differently. You know, I remember it all started to change for me like late middle school, high school, when I really got good at taking care of my appearance, just getting my style together. I wouldn't even have to come up to people anymore. When you take care of your appearance and you like the way you look and you like the way you feel, you will have this aura about you and people will gravitate towards you. This is so important. I feel like appearance these days, at least with us guys, it's just so undervalued. Like, yeah, you guys want to go to the gym, you guys want to make money, but you have to be aesthetically pleasing. Because if you have the body, but you don't have the style, you don't have the aesthetic, you don't have the look, you're just a brute, right? And then if you make a fuck ton of money and you're an assassin in business, but you're not put together, no one's gonna articulate it, no one's gonna realize it, no one's gonna appreciate it, right? So you have to take care of your appearance. Like, the amount of times I get called sir in public, I'm fucking 22, bro. Like, realistically, like, I'm like young man, borderline kid. Like, that's the reality of being 22. So the fact that I get called sir in public, the doors are open for me. Whenever I'm in expensive places, like, they treat me like I belong there, even though a lot of the times I really don't. It's crazy. And this has changed my network just by taking care of my appearance. I was able to meet so many successful people that I'm still friends with up to this day. And whenever I ask them for help or advice, they will give it to me. It all comes down to your appearance. Do you look like you are high performing? Because when you look like you are high performing, people will help you. People will treat you differently. Trust me. Like, the amount of things I've learned from highly successful people comes down to them taking me seriously and not just seeing me as some 22-year-old kid, like a freaking entrepreneur. Most guys don't take care of their appearance. Like, yeah, they go to the gym, they make their money, whatever. They drive their nice little car. But when it comes to style and aesthetic, they're not even put together. So that's already one way to stand out. And then when you do, women will notice your aesthetic. They will realize that you are able to take care of yourself, and more importantly, they have like an insight about your persona. They have an insight as to, you know, your kind of lifestyle, how you live, where you like to go. That's what your aesthetic speaks on. And then the second thing that I have is an organized social media image. You're probably thinking, well, what does that have to do with me? You know, I don't have an online business. I don't run any online service. It's very important. It doesn't matter if you have a business or not, because at the end of the day, your social media account is your personal brand. So when it comes to women, when you ask them, hey, can I have your Instagram? And then they check out your profile. Is your landing page put together? Is this shit organized? Or does it just look like a mess? So you really have to take account for how everything looks, your feed, right? And it's not even about women alone, like your networking opportunities. Like, does it look high value? Does it look organized? Like, it has to represent you very well, right? Your landing page has to look sharp. It has to look clean. It has to look aesthetic. People have to know the kind of person that you are when they land on it. Like I said, guys, obviously we don't want to judge a book by its cover, but that's just the nature of the world. That's just how it naturally operates. So you have to get good at the game. I'm not saying you have to like it, but you have to get good at it. Your digital footprint is very important, whether that's your dating life or that's your networking opportunities. It has to look put together. I would say it's 10 times more important if you are running an online business, if you are an online personality, you have a product, you have a service. This definitely has to be on point. If you want to, you know, attract customers, you want to have people listen to you, it has to show the niche that you're in. It cannot be scattered, right? You can't have pictures of you with your friends in college and then something completely different, like some freaking, you know, I don't know, some tutorial that you made or whatever, right? It has to be very congruent. Your lifestyle has to be very on point on your social media account, right? Just make sure it doesn't look goofy. Don't put a bunch of things on your profile, because I see it so many times with guys my age. They'll put like 5 different fucking titles on their Instagram profile. They'll say that they're the CEO of this, that they're in this organization, and then they're also an insurance agent, and that they're an entrepreneur, and that, you know, da 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 da. Keep it nice and simple, keep it clean. You only have a few seconds when people land on your social media page. It is a make or break if people will take you seriously or not. So make sure that's accounted for. Okay? The next thing that I have, for you to be respected and to be seen and noticed, whether that's just in normal life or the workplace, in your 9 to 5, or in business, you have to prioritize high performance in every aspect of your life. Now, is anyone truly perfect? No. But in my opinion, there is nothing wrong with aiming for perfection, because even though you'll never get there, you're constantly going to refine every little thing about your life. How, in my opinion, and I've said this before, how you do one thing is how you do everything else. It all ties in together, okay? And no matter what you say, actions will always speak louder than words, okay? People need to see the quality in not only what you say, but what you do and how you go about life. This is what makes people take you seriously. This is how you gain respect of other people. When you are just quality in everything that you do. You don't miss. You don't miss. Training, nutrition, time management, performance, all of it is on point. You aim for the highest quality. It'll bleed into everything that you do. People will notice it. Okay? People will notice that performance in your energy, your demeanor. When people see these things and when people respect you, you also gain trust. When people see that you just perform high in everything that you do is quality. The way you treat people is quality. The way you do favors for people is quality. The way you help people is quality. You will build trust, and trust is a currency that is so hard to build. And in my opinion, the fastest way to build trust is just being a quality person and ensuring quality work into everything that you do. Quality in your personal or work environment, making sure that you're clean, put together. Quality. Make sure that you prioritize quality. Okay? And to tie everything together, you have to be able to improve your communication skills. You need communication skills, and you need the ability to say no. Along the way with these things, there will be more friction, there will be more force, there will be more situations where you have to go against the grain. Because the more you prioritize yourself, the more things are not aligned with what you're trying to achieve. That's just the nature. We're trying to be high performing. We're trying to be respected and seen. So when it comes to trying to achieve that, you're going to have to do a lot of things that nobody else does. And you're going to have to go against the grain a lot. You're going to have to say no to a lot of things. Okay? So even if it's unpopular, right? Let's just say your friends keep asking you to go out. Come on, let's go out this weekend. Let's have a few drinks. Let's go to this party. You know, it's happy hour. It doesn't matter. If you know that that's not in alignment with what you're trying to achieve, you know you need to stay sharp. You know you want to stay lean. You know you don't want to have that water retention. You want to look lean. You want to look good. You want to feel good. You have to say no. And even if it's unpopular, and even if you're being made fun of, guys, I get made fun of all the time, even at work. Oh, look at you being so healthy. Look at you, so fancy with your water. I don't care, because I want to be high performing. I want quality in my life and everything that I do. And even though I get made fun of, even though I constantly get asked these questions like, hey, like just have one slice of pizza, man. Even though I turn it down, even though I fucking deflect everything that is being thrown at me, ironically, I gain even more respect from other people because I just stand my ground. That shows your character. That shows your uniqueness. That shows your ability to stay disciplined and to stay on course, stay on track. That's what shows your quality. This is what separates you from other people. So you have to be able to say no to things. Because if you don't say no, everything that you're working towards too, it'll just go down the drain. You're never going to achieve the things that you want to achieve. You're never going to be able to get the opportunities that you want if your attention is just so divided and split everywhere. And if you are a yes man, if you're just trying to agree with everybody just to get a foot in the door, that's another way of saying no to yourself. You have to be able to show your character and your uniqueness. If you're just a yes man and you just agree with everything, you're not really any different. You're just part of the herd. You don't want to be part of the herd. Okay? And it all ties together. Even with women, bro. If you disagree, I'm not saying you have to disagree on everything, but if you show a little bit about your own values and your own opinions, and you show a little uniqueness, they will respect you more. You will be remembered more because you're not every fucking guy. You stick to what you believe in. So you have to be able to say no in that sense. Another thing is saying no in terms of boundaries. When you have goals, you have to be able to turn down anything that doesn't align with what you're trying to achieve. I know I went over a little bit of it a couple seconds ago, but I just want to emphasize on it again. When you are trying to achieve things, when you are trying to do things, there's going to be a lot of friction. And you have to have that ability to turn things down maybe even say no to yourself. There's plenty of times where I would be bored at work and I'd be like, well, I could use a snack right now. Maybe I could do some Uber Eats, get me a burger, get maybe some ice cream. It is hot today, right? You have to say no to yourself because you know these things aren't good for you. So that's what all of it comes down to, guys. So make sure that you implement these things, because if you don't take care of your appearance, if you don't take care of your communication, if you don't perform in quality, if quality doesn't bleed into your personality and everything that you do, it's not bled into your persona, women aren't going to notice you. It's going to be a lot harder to gain high quality connections and networking opportunities. It's just going to be really, really tough to be seen. And you're just going to be stuck in the same situation with where you're at. I know ideally for a lot of guys, it's not fun to try to dress well and stuff like that, but you have to get good at these things. It is an essential skill. It's changed the trajectory of my life just by improving my image, the way I communicate. For being 22, it's definitely set my life on a different path. Okay, the amount of millionaires and high-end clientele that I've been able to have access to, conversate with, learn from, even some of my good friends up to this day who are, relatively very high income earners. I've learned so much from them and have, made money like through side hustles and just doing what they've been doing. Like, I'm not saying like I'm a millionaire or I make a fuck ton of money, but I've definitely had moments in my life where I've seen some good money because of these connections that I've made, right? So really take care of your appearance. Make sure that you can communicate, articulate yourself well. It helps you build rapport with other people. So not only in a sense of networking, but if you really want a good social life, you got to build rapport with other people. You have to learn how to be liked. And naturally, people will just like you if you focus on being a quality person, taking care of your appearance, right? Training, nutrition, diet, all of it. Your appearance, your aesthetic, making sure that your social media image is on point. All of these things. When you just invest into yourself and make sure that the quality about you is 10 out of 10 in everything that you do, people will just like you more naturally. It's just how it is. I really don't have to do much. Because I did all of these things, because I fine-tuned everything, I really don't have to do much. Right? You have to make sure that your front door is very appealing for people to walk into. That's all it is. You don't have to do much when these things are accounted for. It takes a lot of work, for sure. It takes a lot of work up front, but the benefits, the lifestyle that you get from all of this. I know it sounds really fucking cliche. Yeah, by taking care of your appearance, your life is going to change. I know, but it's very true. Trust me. You will be treated like a very different person when you account for all of these things. I'm only 22. I work a normal 9 to 5. Yes, I have my side businesses. Yes, I have my side hustles. But whenever I'm out in public, whenever I'm in some kind of networking space, I get treated like a fucking CEO. And trust me, you can have all of these things too. You just have to put in the work. All right, so listen to this back and forth again if you're not getting it. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram or email me. But I hope you took something away from this video. And yeah, boys, I'll see you on the next video. Take care.